Hey guys, welcome back to Rachel Reads. My name is Rachel. I love to read and write Christian fiction, and today I am doing a November/December book haul. So this book haul consists of books from like mid-November to December, past Christmas, and most, if not all, of these books were gifted to me, and I'm very, very, very grateful for everyone who gifted these things to me. I just want to thank everyone. It is such a blessing and a privilege to be able to have all these books. And so I am very thankful, and this is not to brag in any way. I'm just sharing some of the books that I got because I think they are very, very good books and would be interested if you have read them or not. So I'm going to break this up into 3 parts. I have like 3 different piles, if you can tell. The first part is books that I've hauled and have read. The second part is books that I hauled and haven't read, and then the third part is books I got for Christmas because I was able to keep those organized for a longer period of time. And so yeah. And if any of these books look like they have like a little bent or something or a sticker, some of them were thrifted, or we had to get them, like whoever gave them to me had to get them off a thrifted website because they are older books. So if they look like a bent page, I bought one that has like a sticker on it. If it looks like that, that is because they were thrifted. I'm going to go ahead and get on with the first book. Technically speaking, it is not a book, but it is a reading journal. I got this from Books A Million. This, the way it works, it just like has a tracker, and then it has like pages for you to leave a review. And then there's like a few like different monthly things, I think. There's some more in the beginning. And so yeah. And you can like do your tracker if you read. And yeah, I'm planning on starting this in the new year with whatever book I read. So yeah. The first book is A Crop in the Dust by Carrie Stewart Parks. I've read one book by her and loved it. And this is about Gwen Marcy, I think that's her name, because this is part of a series, I want to say. This is about Gwen Marcy. She works in Utah, and it is about the Mountain Meadows Massacre, and it deals with all of that. It is a crazy book. I really enjoyed it. I read it recently, so it will be in recent reads, but just to start off, I did enjoy it fairly well. It was definitely an interesting and mind-boggling read, to say the least. So overall, well done. We'll talk about it more later. In Search of a Prince by Toni Shalhoub. For one, I love this cover. For two, this is like a Christian Princess Diaries book, which I absolutely love. And this is about Brielle, who finds out she is like heir to this kingdom. And yeah, you just kind of follow her journey. And yeah, it was really good. I think I gave it like 4.5 stars. And yeah, super good book. Probably would reread. I just don't know when, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. The next book is one I absolutely love to death, but that is The Princess Spy by Melanie Dickerson. It's about Margaretta and Lord Colin. And this is a Princess and the Frog retelling. I love this book so much. I really want to reread it. And this is the first book from the Hoggenheim series that I have bought, but I'm so glad I found it at a thrift store. And I love this book so much. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. I know a lot of girls who have read the Hoggenheim series love this book, and I do too. It's one of my favorites. So now I have to like start collecting the entire series. And the next book is one y'all have heard me talk about plenty, but that is Off the Chain by Janice Thompson. This is Christian cozy mystery all about Marigold, or I think Mary, some people call her. But yeah, this is just a sweet, cozy mystery. It's very fun. It features dogs, and yeah, I love it. You really should check it out. Great series. And the next book is one my sister actually got me, and that is The Story People by Heather Kaufman. I love this book so much. It is one of my favorites of this year. It is such a sweet story, has some great faith discussions and Christian content. So yeah. Last book in the pile of bought before Christmas but I've read is When the Smoke Clears by Lynette Eason. It's about Alexia. She is a smoke jumper, and which means she's pretty much like a firefighter, but like higher up, I guess. This was really interesting, and I did enjoy it. This is Christian romantic suspense. Good book. I've loved Lynette Eason's writing lately, so yeah, and I thrifted this book. The first is Anne of Green Gables, and I absolutely love this edition. This is the Tundra edition. But this is obviously about Anne. She is adopted by the Cuthberts on Prince Edward Island, and you're kind of following her. I have seen the Megan Follows movies. I think that's her name. I love those movies. One of my favorites. But yeah, I have not read it yet. I want to. The next book is Dog Days of Summer by Kathleen Ubarbo. This is my first Kathleen Ubarbo book, but this is book 2 in Gone to the Dogs. This is all about Trina Potter, who we see in the first book, and we are following her. She's opening like a dog ranch, I think, and this is Christian Cozy Mystery. I have a great testimony behind this book because we were pulling up to the thrift store, and I was like, I think I had just finished Off the Chain recently, and I was just thinking, Lord, if I found this book in a thrift store, that would just be awesome. But like, you're talking like one in so many books, especially in like a Christian section where it tends to be smaller. But I was just like, Lord, you can do it. And like, I knew I probably wouldn't find it, but I'm like, there's a chance. But then I saw, like her name, and I saw, I think, the spine in her name, and I yanked the book off the shelf, and I was like, wow, Lord, you gave me the book. Like, that was just so awesome. The fact that it was there out of so many books is just a blessing and a testimony to praise the Lord. And the next book is The Juliet Code by Pepper Basham. This is all about Freddie and Grace. This is book 3 in the series. I have not read book 2, which is why I have not read it, but I do want to get book 2 and read it, and also get book 1. But the next book is The Peasant King by Tessa Afshar. This is all about Gemma and Asher, and this is like biblical fiction, but this takes place during the time of Daniel. Book 1 is The Hidden Prince, which you cannot see right now. I love Tessa Afshar. I love her writing, so I'm super excited to read this. Into the Fire by Irene Hannon. This is book 1 in Undaunted Courage. I love this cover so much. This cover is stunning. I've read the prologue. I read it about a month ago, and let me tell you, that prologue is so interesting. Like, a little creepy, but mostly interesting. This is Christian romantic suspense about Bree and Mark. I'm going to move on to the pile of books I was gifted for Christmas. The first one is The Words We Lost by Nicole Deese. This is about Ingrid, and this follows her as well as Joel, I think. Yeah, and it talks about, like, there's a lot of grief dealings in this book, but if that triggers you, I would stay away, but I think it's very well done. It is very, very beautiful and a great book. I love this story so much. It just kind of like lives in my head. And yeah, this is Christian. I love this cover. This is one of my favorite covers of all time. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just love it. And I wish all books had this style of cover. Just saying. The next book is a trilogy, and that is the Weaver Trilogy by Lindsay A. Franklin. I have read book 1, and that is the Story Peddler. I am planning on rereading it before the rest of the series, but this is about Tanwyn, and she is a storyteller, tells the royal stories, but there are other stories that aren't so royal. I'll say that much. So yeah, I cannot wait to continue the rest of this series. Book 2 is the Story Raider, and the last book is the Story Hunter. So yeah, I don't know too much about books 2 and 3, but I know Celestia read them and loved them. So once again, the Story Peddler, the Story Raider, and the Story Hunter. The next book is a sort of trilogy that I got recommended by Lindsay, and that is Christian McGee's Contemporary Trilogy. The first book is First Day, which is about, this book is about Addie, and I don't remember the guy's name, but I love this book so much, and I'm so excited to have it. And then there's book 2, Starring Me. This is about Chad and Kara. I really enjoyed this book, and I think it was a great read. Last book, which I have not read, is Right Where I Belong. This is about Natalia and Brian. I have not read it yet, but I'm planning on reading it soon. And yeah, I'm super excited to see where it goes and to see the connection between these books. But yeah, the next book is The Sound of Light by Sarah Sundin. This is like book 3 in her like 1940 World War II trilogy. Book 1 is, which you can't see, book 1 is When Twilight Breaks, and book 2 is Until Leaves Fall in Paris. This is book 3. I enjoyed this one just not as much as the first and second book. I think the first book's my favorite. But yeah, the next books I got were Lisa Harris's U.S. Marshal trilogy, which I absolutely love. Book 1 is The Escape, which I'm currently rereading this, and I know Lindsay enjoyed these. So yeah. But book 1 is The Escape. I'm almost halfway through. Book 2 is The Chase, which is my favorite cover, mostly because, which you can't see, but mostly because of the Ferris wheel. I think it's very well done. I love the Ferris wheel. The Catch by Lisa Harris. The cover is just awkward, but that could be a me problem. But I really enjoyed this book. The action was really good, and this is all Christian romantic suspense, so it's obviously clean. It's obviously very well done. And last physical book I'm going to talk about is one I absolutely love. And the story behind this book is honestly hilarious because I accidentally picked it up. We were going to a different library and I was going to see if they had Melanie Dickerson because that's all who I was hearing about. So I went over there and this book was accidentally put with them. But I think I had seen it before, so I was like, I might as well get it because I didn't realize it was not Melanie Dickerson. And then I didn't realize it wasn't until I got home. But praise God, it was clean. It was a good book. But it's not Melanie Dickerson. But that is Entwined by Heather Dixon. It was in the wrong section. But I love this book so much. 12 Dancing Princesses retelling. The first time I'd ever heard of the story was the Barbie movie, if y'all have seen it. And I really liked the Barbie movie for some reason. But when I realized it was not Melanie Dickerson, I was scared but still wanted to read it, so I did. I'm so glad I did. And the last thing I have to talk about today is not a book, but I was gifted a Kindle. So this is the Kindle Paperwhite. I don't have a cover for it yet. I'm gonna get like a clear cover with like the glass case and get some stickers for it probably. If you have sticker recommendations, let me know. But yeah, I was gifted this on the 23rd of December and I've read so many books. But here is just what the Kindle looks like. I don't know how well you can see it in the camera. So that is all for today's video. Once again, thank you to everyone who gifted me books. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope God bless you today, and I'll see you next time.